Okay, I got my clothes in the dryer. It's only going to take about 10 minutes from now to dry. I put them, I separated the loads to smaller loads so that they'll dry faster. Um, so one of the things that I'm going to do is once I learn how to edit, you know, I'm going to uh, edit, the videos that I've downloaded onto the YouTube app. I got to put the spiritual content on my spiritual channel and my weight loss stuff on my weight loss channel. That way, um, people don't get confused. A lot of the videos that I recorded, they're long videos. Uh, you know, Most Americans, they suffer from ADD. They have a very short attention span. So, yeah, you know, although what I don't know how to do very well is to make those shorts, you know, those 5-minute videos. Um, I made a couple of them by accident because my phone would shut off, and then I'd upload it anyway, and it came out to be a short. So um, that's the way that came down. But you know, some of my content, I should be able to turn into a short and have more shorts, you know, as I start to edit my longer videos. But the whole thing, you know, the main thing is to, just start recording, post them, and then the whole editing process where, you're you're separating information, to for a specific target, or to highlight specific information. you know that does come with experience. um I think the last I checked, I probably did about 200 videos, but my videos are so long. And I'll be honest, some of those videos that I did, because part of, my channel is my weight loss journey. And part of the reason why I'm on a weight loss journey is because, of complex post-traumatic stress. Okay? And I went about that and let you guys know that, after getting laid off from AT&T, surplus, and, and then the pandemic, and then, losing my medical, and, and not having any money, and, I took it really hard. Then I had an empty nest, right? Then, you know, feeling, the adversity that it seems like young people have against old people, who are like, we don't give a fuck how much experience you have. You're too old to be out here in the workplace. They don't tell men that, especially, but they do say that to women a lot. And that's something that they really need to stop doing. But, if the elderly minorities, have to leave the country, just to get a little bit of respect, I guess that's the way it's going to be, and, it will be like, I see you when I see you, right? Because You know, I mean, the disrespect towards the elderly is just ridiculous, especially black women, especially black women. They're like the least on the totem pole because, black men, they don't respect anybody. They don't respect themselves. You know, so when you don't respect yourself, I mean, it's obvious you don't love yourself either. Yeah. And interesting enough, a lot of the dudes and stuff, they be trying to project on the women, oh, you don't love yourself. And we're like, no, we love ourselves. You just made it impossible for us to survive out here in this world. By the molestations, the predations and stuff before we even get our degrees. Then, you have the audacity to call us hoes. It was like, hey, who made the hoes? Men made the hoes. How did they make the hoes? Because they're having sex with females that they don't want nothing to do with, no long-term relationship. They're not even, even making sure that the woman doesn't get pregnant by, only having sex with condoms on. And it's just like, who are you lying to? Right? You lying to yourself. You're delusional. Right? And that kind of self-deception is going to lead to psychosis. Watch. Right? And the weird part about it is only 50% of men are even able to have children. Right? So they don't even, they walk around here acting like they're the prize, and they can't even give you children. And then they get mad because there are females out here who have to get their children in before they get, 36 years old. And that's about the time the men just be starting to think about having a child. Is when he reaches 30. Oh, I'm 30 now. I need to have me a baby. Yeah, I know it's gonna be hard out here, the finances, but I done sold all of these wild oats out here and I'm tired. Get in the car. Right? This is how they talk. Or how they think. Right? Then you can't tell them. It's like, look, man, you done took all your treasures in your body counts. All them body counts. They want to pretend like women had the same cost as men do. And that's not true. Because how can you have the same body count as a man when all of these men, they don't even remember how many people they've slept with. But by the time they're ready to settle down, they just know it's a lot. And it's like, it's a lot. And then they start looking for women that are willing to overlook, right? And in the past, women were willing to overlook, but not right now. A lot of women aren't willing to overlook because, we were under the understanding that y'all were, heterosexuals. We didn't know that y'all was doing all of these groping and stuff in the, in the showers and, and all these times that y'all been hanging out. We didn't know that y'all was groping each other and, doing the do. We didn't know that. So a lot of women are like, oh, hey, oh, hell no, you know, and you probably, you know, have an average size penis, right? You probably are, you know, your stamina, you know, you probably don't have much stamina, so you're probably on the bottom. You know, tell her, you know, get on top, you know, because y'all can't do push-ups. Y'all can't do planks, right? If y'all could do push-ups and planks, yeah, y'all could get it in and be on top. But nah, y'all can't do that. We could tell. We could tell by your stomach muscles whether you could do those planks to get it in. We could tell. Especially from the back. You gotta have that V-line back coming in. If you ain't got that V-line back, we already know. Shit, this guy probably lasts maybe 5-10 minutes. And he'll probably be squishing you while he's doing it. Anyway. About the 10-minute mark, he be talking about, now you get on top. You know, it's taking me an effort just to stay hard. So, you really need to get over yourself, right? Nobody's trying to put you down. We're just telling you the real. You know, you want to tell us about ourselves. You know, you want to, you know, put us down. You know. And we're like, you know, what you bringing to the table? What's the motherfucking game plan? Right? And whatever you say, be willing to put it on a motherfucking contract, sign it with a notary, and you live up to that shit. But these men, they can't live up to anything. They just can't. That's why so many of them, about year 5, they'd be like, oh, I don't think I can stay in this marriage. And it's not the fact that they just want to be, you know, out here, you know, seeing who they could sex up. It's the whole responsibility that, you know, chances are, you know, they're not going to hold their end of the bargain. They're just not. So you tried to switch the script when women decided, you know, not to, you know, to play your game in the month of December, and you were like, oh no, it wasn't you guys, you know, who refused to be out and about and, you know, and you know, playing the hunching game. You changed the script and said it was you, and you know very good and well. You give away you give away your seeds every chance you get. So you really need to stop lying. Stop lying to yourself. You know. And you can sit up there and say, well, I'll give you some kids. But, you know, women, when they have to realize that they might be a single parent at any time because you can't hold up a commitment. You can't hold down a job. You can't, you know, keep your lustful desires down, you know. It's like, well, the only way I'll be in a marriage is if I have a house, I have a brand new car every 2 years, and I said car, but it could be a vehicle, right? And you know, as if somebody got to bribe you to be with a woman. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? Right? So when we say, all right, well, y'all can be with yourselves. You know, you've been with yourselves, you know, all of those times we didn't know about. You've been with yourselves to the point where, you know, Obama's like, well, let's just go ahead and legalize it now, you know. Since these guys are claiming, you know, it needs to be legal, you know, they want to take care of their they man friend. Like, oh, but y'all ain't getting married to these men either. You can't commit to these men either. Right? I watch trans men, I watch gay men, and I'm seeing they're not getting married either. So who's the common denominator? You, men, it's you. Right? And sometimes they want to leave, and you know, y'all be wanting to kill the woman, y'all be wanting to kill the kids. You just insane. You just like it's like you just lose your mind. And you're not going to want to face the consequences of, just killing somebody because you didn't want to pay child support. You're like, I left that woman because I didn't want to pay no child support. 50% of my income, living off 50% of my income, 50% go to the kids because she got to raise 4 kids that you done gave her. What? Well, actually, it's 2 or more. 2 or more kids, that's 50% of your income, period. And you know what? And your kids still ain't gonna love you. They're not. They're gonna be like, shit, I couldn't go to football practice. I couldn't, go on any vacations. I had to put up with some guy, some random guy who might come to the house and eat up their food and their soda pops and juice boxes and stuff, and watching these guys, try to take whatever they can from their mama. Yeah, and they sit up here, and you all know you do it. You're like, oh no, if a woman has kids, it ain't gonna be no long-term relationship. So what you there for? To fuck her over? To take her shit? Eat her kids' food? What are you there for? Anyway, hold on.